Look at that. Put it in your mouth, corn. God almighty, look at that. You eat like a real man. That's what I like about it.
I got something on my face.
Hello, and welcome to the first episode of Men Without Directions. It's kind of a manly travel show. Well, anyway, we spent 26 hours on the road round trip and 36 hours on one street. That one street was Bourbon Street, and that city was in New Orleans. We had a great time. But after 14 hours on the road from North Carolina to Louisiana, I have to say the first night was pretty uneventful. Though we did go to the nation's oldest building still used as a bar. It's called Lafitte's Blacksmith Bar, and it was built in 1722. To say the least, it was pretty dark. We're here at Lafitte's Blacksmith Shop. It's the darkest place in all of frickin' New Orleans. You can barely see anything. And the drunkest. We just got here. It's like 9 o'clock. There's a line at the back door there. And that was pretty much it for the first night of footage. I think I had alligator bites for dinner, 20 beers for dessert, and a hand grenade and a hurricane, just to say that I did. We decided that we were going to go ahead and call it a night early. I think we ended up getting home about 2 a.m. because we wanted to be rested and ready for our day. And we were. We awoke bright-eyed and bushy-tailed and ready to face New Orleans the next morning. How you feeling? Second day here, you feel all right?
I feel good. I mean, I feel better than I thought I would. My knees hurt, but that's because I'm old and I can't drink anymore, and every time I drink, my knees hurt because I get dehydrated.
Did you get enough to drink last night?
I did. I do not recommend the grenade. That was just nothing but sugar and ice and just syrup. And, ugh.
We also found out that after 14 hours in a car together, it's kind of hard to come up with topics to talk about that you hadn't already covered. The Ramada is definitely not what it used to be.
No, the Ramada's dropped. The Quinta's dropped. I mean, I guess it's the economy.
I've never stayed in another Quinta.
Oh, dude, it's Spanish for the Quinta Inn.
Look, it's Spanish for Quinta.
The Holiday Inn back there looks nice, huh?
Is it an express or is it regular Holiday Inn?
It's an express.
Well, we finally made it to Bourbon Street, and I have to say, it's a pretty cool place to hang out during the day. So we started off with a little bit of live music. I know what you're thinking. Bet you that washboard playing guy could really rip a solo. You'd be right. After the live music, we decided to go get a po' boy sandwich at Mother's. On the ride over there, we talked about a burlesque show that we walked into on Friday night that turned out to be a whorehouse on Bourbon Street. Okay. I've never had anybody say, hey, you here for a lap dance or some naughty fun? And I'm like, what do you mean by naughty fun? She's like, it's $260 for a half hour, $400 for a whole hour. I didn't have the heart to tell her.
She didn't look that good.
I was going to say, what did you tell her you're going to do with the rest of the 50 minutes?
I was getting ready to say, that was organized prostitution. That was a brothel on Bourbon Street. It's been an interesting trip, so we're going back. We went some day drinking. Went to this place called Beach on Bourbon today. That was pretty freaking cool. Jimmy, what time is it?
It is beer 30. It's been past beer 30.
I think it's like 2 o'clock in the afternoon.
It's called the Hair of the Dog.
We found something called 3 for 1. You get 3 beers for the price of 1 beer, which down here is like $7.25. Love New Orleans. Look at that. In there, over here. You gotta come down. There was no sand.
No, there's no sand. There's no
Get off on
beach.
228.
There's no water. Oh, there was a fountain.
There was a fountain.
And there
Yeah.
was
Well, it turns out the line at Mother's was pretty long. Seems like every tourist in town wanted to go there way before we thought to go. So we ended up going to the place called the Pearl or Pearls or someplace like that off of Canal Street. It wasn't really that good. I don't even recommend it at all. I'm not even going to post any pictures. Anyway, after that, we decided we were going to go back to Bourbon Street and have some more night fun. We found this balcony at La Bayou restaurant. We decided to get some catfish bites and have a few bourbon drinks while we were down there and just kind of look down on the crowd. Just as we were sitting down, this parade comes out of nowhere.
I see you up there on the balcony grooving away. Toledo Stroll 2014 Festival. Let's hear it, French Quarter, for the Disco Amigos.
And then a gay parade came.
Look at that wig, man. Look at that hair.
The one-hand snag with the camera in my hand. Oh.
Followed by a wedding. Look who just got married. We continued to drink for the better part of the evening and decided that we were going to enjoy New Orleans like everybody else does by trying to get girls to flash us for beads. We're at the top of some bar.
I believe this is Grandstand.
Bandstand.
Bandstand.
We're at the top of Bandstand. We have 3 for 1, so you get 3 beers for the price of 1. We have beads from earlier today. Mike got a ton of beads from the gay pride parade.
Show that pretty one. Getting hit on all night.
Dude is straight up like catnip, so we thought we would throw these down and try to get some boobies. Turns out it's a lot harder than you think. I feel like I'm fishing. Sometimes
You're reeling rods.
First of all, Mike just tried to get a 14-year-old girl
Did she even have anything?
to show their boobs. He's like, yo, check out that girl in the pink. He's like, oh my God, she's 14. And she may not have even been 14. But in all honesty, today there's been a lot of smog, so it was kind of hazy.
So we're going with
Absolutely. Turns out it's not real easy to do when it's not Mardi Gras. So we decided to enlist the help of Vanessa. She was our shot waitress. I think she probably felt like she owed it to us to try to help us get flashed because we bought probably almost all of her rack. Her shot rack. The entire shot rack that she had. How many times have you done this, Vanessa? Honestly, how many times have you done this? A lot? Okay.
Oh my God, they're all fat.
They're all fat.
Woo! Hey!
It's the same like I had right here.
She's like 13. Oh my God.
That's her dad.
It happens to everybody. You're a sex offender now.
Hey! Hey! We want to see some boobs! Hey!
And then it happened. And then there was this guy. Just a random guy with a fishbowl. decided to leave the balcony and go ahead and go back to the car because things were starting to head south. So I ended up getting a shot at a place called Spirit's Resurrection. It was on Bar Rescue, and they grabbed me by the arm and they did this to me. And now I'll leave you guys with a few fond memories of our walk back to the car. So as you can see, New Orleans is a great place for guys to go on a weekend road trip. Even if you have to travel 1,600 miles in 3 days round trip, it's still worth it. Well, that's all for this episode. Be sure to check us out next time when we visit the manliest places in North Carolina.